Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family. Reasons to avoid Eastern Europe, travel problems and tips. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad. This is also where you can find lots of exclusive content on many different cities around the world, my secret tips, PDF guides, and the option to request a custom video on any topic that matters to you. With that being said, let's begin discussing reasons to avoid Eastern Europe and why traveling to other places might be better for you. First of all, there are very few reasons to avoid Eastern Europe. Actually, there is a big misconception. People think that Eastern Europe is more dangerous or it's somehow inferior to Western Europe. It's not as comfortable, it's not as good in terms of customer service. I will tell you that this is not true because I spent a lot of time in Eastern Europe. I spent a lot of time in Western Europe as well as the United States and Asia, and I can tell you with confidence that the quality of service in Eastern Europe is not any worse than it is in Western Europe. In fact, oftentimes it's the other way around because so many people are trying to go to Western Europe, Paris, London, Milan. Because of that, business owners do not have enough encouragement to improve the quality of their services because customers are going to go there anyway and they're going to come to them anyway. So there's not enough incentive to make things better. Whereas in Eastern Europe, there are fewer tourists and they are competing for customers a little bit more, which means it's more likely that you're going to get a better service and better overall experience for a lower price. And speaking of cost, everything is a lot cheaper over here because Eastern Europe used to be influenced by communism and Soviet Union, and because of that, it's a little bit behind in its development. When it comes to economy, it doesn't mean that it's not developed. It's very developed. You can find everything you want over here, but it just happened so historically. There was no freedom if you compare Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and it was not like a free economy. You could not open a business, and because of that, the currency values is different and everything is a lot cheaper, but it does not make it inferior in any way. You know, if you are traveling, your train can be late in Western Europe, it can be late in Eastern Europe. They can change the platform in the last moment in both Western Europe and Eastern Europe. They can change the seats on you when you reserve a specific seat in both Western and Eastern Europe. So I would not say that Western Europe is any better in terms of the quality of service. It is a lot more expensive. So if you have a lot of money that you'd like to spend and say bye-bye to it, go to Western Europe by all means. But if you want to take care of your savings and you want to save and get a better experience, I think Eastern Europe might be a very good destination for you. It's also safer than Western Europe. If you look at the data, the crime rates, Sofia, Bulgaria, where I'm currently located, is actually safer than London. It's safer than Paris. It's safer than Brussels, where I just came from before coming to Sofia. So take a look for yourself. If you do a little bit of research, it is a great place to visit, and there are a lot of reasons why to go to Eastern Europe. And I've been thinking, why would you want to skip Eastern Europe? And the only couple of things that come to mind is maybe if you really hate seeing Soviet Union architecture, because it is influenced by Soviet Union, by communism in the past. You will see some kind of buildings like that. Although I don't see that as a reason to avoid it, but for some people maybe it's going to be a little bit painful to look at that or to feel this energy. You feel this energy at some places because these buildings, they were built in a certain style that made you feel a little bit depressed. And you can certainly feel that in some parts of Eastern Europe, but you can also find lots of other architectural styles, including classical, baroque, gothic, you name it, all kinds of styles. You can find it here in Eastern Europe. Another thing is maybe the smiles. Eastern European people, they don't smile as much. but it does not mean that they are not happy or they're not friendly. It's just not something that they do over here. It's not part of their tradition. It's not part of their culture. They will smile if there's something really funny or if they are really like super happy, but for the most part they will just be normal. But again, it does not make the service worse. Yeah, some people, they are not interested in providing a good service in Eastern Europe, but guess what? I've seen that in Central Europe, I've seen that in Western Europe, I've seen that in Asia, I've seen that in the United States. You can find that everywhere. In terms of safety, Eastern Europe is better. In terms of pricing, it's better. In terms of architecture and things to do, you can find all kinds of activities. I don't see any reasons to avoid Eastern Europe, to be honest with you. I apologize if the title of this video is a little bit misleading, but I just wanted to let you know that you're welcome to come here and enjoy yourself, and you're gonna have the best time ever. And before I let you go, I want to mention that at the end of my trip, I'll be recording my final verdict video comparing Bulgaria and Sofia with other cities and countries to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.